Friends, look at this. The colors are so beautiful. There are many kind-hearted fans who send products from the garden, many types and varieties, for Aunt Moo to process. Members will also learn how to process fruit together. Today, we will process the dates. We will wash and clean them and prepare them. We will come back to see the next step. In this step, we will use 1 liter of water. Pour it into a pot and boil. Turn on the stove. Now that the water is hot, the dates have been washed and cleaned. We will cut the seeds out. We will cut them into strips like this. Cut them into strips like this, because we will marinate it along with the meat. Friends, we will use half. We can pour it in at this step. Auntie Moo will take 1 liter of granulated sugar. It should be white granulated sugar like this. We will pour it in at this step. When you pour the granulated sugar in, friends, stir quickly. Otherwise, the granulated sugar will stick to the bottom of the pot and it will smell. We will stir until the granulated sugar dissolves first. Now that the granulated sugar has dissolved, the water will become clear. We will turn the heat down. At this step, we will use very low heat. Friends, if anyone uses a gas stove, continue for 15 minutes and come back. To watch Auntie Moo boiled in the farm complete. It's been 15 minutes. We'll turn off the heat now. Now that we've turned off the heat, the dates are quite thick. You have to boil them for a long time so that the heat can bring out the sweetness of the dates. For the dates, Aunt Moo tells you to boil them until the sugar dissolves and then reduce the heat. Boil them over low heat for another 15 minutes. We have to let the water in the dates come to room temperature before proceeding to the next step. Now, Aunt Moo has let the water in the dates come to room temperature. We'll see in the next step. Aunt Moo will use Ting Fong's caramel syrup. Here, we use a measuring cup like this, friends. Aunt Moo uses 300 milliliters. Aunt Moo also pours 300 milliliters of caramel syrup. We use a measuring cup like this, friends. Pour it in at this step. We will add the remaining water. 4 liters. We use drinking water only. We pour the drinking water in. Mix the ingredients together. If anyone likes a very concentrated caramel, you can add it outside of the yeast. During the fermentation step, Aunt Moo mixes just like this. The aroma will start to rise. Friends, at this step, Aunt Moo will divide the water into a small bowl like this. We will do the test. Yeast. Aunt Moo uses 1 teaspoon of yeast for making yeast. We will pour it into the bowl that has water separated. Mix the ingredients together. Once we mix the ingredients together, well, we will have to let the yeast work for about 2 minutes. The yeast will rise. While we are waiting for it to work, you can pour the water into the fermentation tank. Now, our yeast has risen into a cream like this. You see, this is called high-quality yeast. If the yeast has expired, it's very easy to see. The water that we tested the yeast in will be clear. The yeast powder will settle to the bottom, like this. We can pour it into the fermentation tank. Stretch it into the fermentation tank. We've already stretched it in. We need to close the lid tightly first. We'll close the lid tightly first so that we can shake the tank. We shake the tank to help increase oxygen inside the tank and to disperse the glue. The glue also works faster. We've finished shaking the tank. Friends, loosen the lid. Loosen it just a little. Like this. Loosen it just a little. We've unscrewed the screw cap. Friends, don't forget to write a sticker to put on the tank. We've written a sticker to put on the tank that says what we're doing. This one is Y Inthaparam, caramel scent. Aunt Moo will ferment in room temperature about 2 weeks. Auntie Moo marinated this for 20 days. Look, friends, it is still working. You can see that May still has water paddles and bubbles running. You can see May. We use high-quality yeast for this. It's yeast specifically for creating alcohol. Anyone who's interested in ordering yeast from Auntie Moo, you can contact me online. Auntie Moo will put the link below the clip. Today, we filter the pulp and then knock it out. We can pile it up through a sieve. They finished piling up the pulp. We won't use this kind of pulp. We'll throw it away. Anyone who makes Auntie Moo's quick recipe, ferment it for a long time like Auntie Moo's 20 days. It will have a slight bitterness. Don't be alarmed. Some people tell me they want it to be a bit sweet. How do you do that? Auntie Moo will have you add about 30 to 50 grams of sugar during the yeast extraction process. Use white sugar, but if you like a slight bitterness like Auntie Moo, when we finish knocking, we will ferment it. It will be more mellow. It will have a slight bitterness from the alcohol. Actually, many people want Auntie Moo to teach them how to get a less bitter taste. That is, extend the fermentation time. If you like it more bitter, you can ferment for up to 25 days. That is, it's bitter. Simply put, the longer you marinate, the more sugar you use up. It won't have any sweetness left. But Auntie Moo marinated it for 20 days. I tasted it, and liked the flavor. If we're okay with the flavor, we can start simmering. Today, Auntie Moo will simmer at 40 degrees Celsius. We can turn on the oven. When making simmering, a thermometer is very important. If you don't have one, you can order one from Auntie Moo. Auntie Moo sells them. When using a thermometer, with simmering water, you have to stir the simmering water gently like this. Then, point the thermometer at the same time because it works with an infrared system. It senses heat, so we have to stir the solution. We knock it down at 40 degrees Celsius. It doesn't take long, about 1 to 2 minutes, depending on each house's oven. We stir the solution while shooting the thermometer. The temperature will gradually increase. Here it is. Now we measure exactly 40 degrees. Like this. If anyone uses it like Auntie Moo did every step, we will get an accurate temperature. Now we measure 40 degrees and turn off the oven. We turned off the oven. We have to let the solution come to room temperature before pouring it into the curing tank. Do not pour the solution into the tank while the solution is still there. High temperature, it will form steam. While we are fermenting, it may have a white color and a rotten smell. You have to wait until it is room temperature. We will come back to update. In the next step, now we will rest until the caramel-scented indiparum is room temperature. Now we are ready to pour it into the fermentation tank. We have poured the yeast into the fermentation tank. Aunt Moo will teach you 2 steps of yeast. By adding potassium sulfate, the substance will be fine grains like salt. Like this. Anyone who makes the same recipe as Aunt Moo, 5 to 6 liters, Aunt Moo will add 2 spoons of potassium sulfate like this. We scoop it down. In the bucket, 1 to 2 spoons of potassium permanganate. It dissolves quite easily. We pour it into the bucket and it dissolves immediately. We add KMS. Close the lid tightly. First, after fermenting for 2 nights, check the bucket. If the bucket is dented, like this, continue fermenting at room temperature. But if the bucket is swollen and tight, open the lid halfway like when we fermented. Spit it out and ferment. At room temperature, we will ferment at room temperature for 2 weeks. Aunt Moo will update you on how much the caramel flavor of Inthaparum will be to your liking. Please wait and see today. Aunt Moo will come and update quickly. At Farum Caramel Scent, Aunt Moo has been curing at room temperature for 1 month. This bottle, Aunt Moo added potassium sorbate for 1 week. See, you get clear, still water like this. Today, I will teach my friends to store water in bottles. By adding potassium sorbate, the substance is in the form of pellets like sugarcane sticks like this. This substance is added to inhibit the growth of yeast so that it does not wake up and come back to work. The substance is in the form of pellets like this. The bottle size 300 to 500 milliliters, we will use 1 spoon of sorbate. If it is a large bottle, 500 minus 1 milliliter, we will add 2 spoons of sorbate. Like this, we can put potassium sorbate directly into the bottle. How to lift the bucket? We will lift it like a wrist brace so that the basket will not rise with it. Lift like a wrist brace and then pour it in. Dot. The basket will not move at all because we are holding it like a wrist brace. We will get clear water like this. When we put it in the bottle, we can close the lid tightly. Friends, look at how much sorbet we got. This one, Auntie Moo aged it for 1 month. See, we aged it for 1 month, the clarity increased. Aged for 2 months, 3 months, the clarity it's increasing more and more. We'll write a sticker to put on it. Write it like this. What are we making? This is why. Inthaparam, caramel flavor. What date was it produced? How many rye is it? We'll write it as a history like this. Today, we'll come and taste it to see much the flavor of why Inthaparam, caramel flavor, suits us. How? Look, friends. Is the Y color beautiful? Auntie Moo will taste it. Friends. This one has a strong caramel aroma. It has a slight bitterness at the tip of the tongue. For those who like Y with a bitterness, follow Auntie Moo's recipe. This one has a slight bitterness and astringency, that's all. It has a fragrant and sweet caramel flavor. It blends together perfectly. This one is delicious. Every recipe is invented by Auntie Moo herself. Because they are delicious, Auntie Moo shares them with her fellow members to follow. For those who have watched Auntie Moo's video clips and found them to be helpful, please like and share them a lot so that other members will know how to make Y correctly. Auntie Moo would like to say hello and greet all of her fans, both those who are abroad and those who are in the country. Take care of your health, everyone. Auntie Moo is worried. This clip ends here until see you again. Goodbye.